The Abraham Series. Story number 3. Lot's Foolish Choice. Taken from Genesis chapter 13, verses 1 through 18. In the previous narrative, Abram and Sarai's deception concerning their relationship is exposed, and they are forced to leave the land of Egypt in disgrace. Interestingly, nowhere does it indicate that the severe famine that caused them to go to Egypt in the first place is over. So, although the protection of God may have spared their lives, and Abram's wealth increased, their words and their actions had consequences. And since Lot and Abram lived together, both the blessings and the consequences affected Lot too. And that is where this story begins. So Abram went up out of Egypt, and traveled with Sarai his wife, and all that he had, back up into the Negev, and Lot went with him. Now Abram was very rich, not only in livestock, but also in silver and in gold. Then Abram left the Negev, and journeyed up to Bethel, where he had pitched his tent at the beginning. And Abram settled between Bethel and Ai, the same place where he had built an altar before. And Abram called upon the name of the Lord. But Lot, who was traveling with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents. And the land was not large enough to support them living together. Their possessions were just too large for them to live in the same place. And a disagreement broke out between the herdsmen caring for Abram's livestock and the herdsmen caring for Lot's livestock. And the Canaanites and the Perizzites were also living in the land. Then Abram said to Lot, "I appeal to you. There's no reason for a quarrel between you and me, or between your herdsmen and my herdsmen. We're family. The entire land is laid out before you. We need to separate. If you go to the left, I'll go to the right. Or if you decide to go to the right, I'll go to the left." So Lot lifted up his eyes and looked toward the Jordan Valley. It was well watered everywhere, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt as you're going down to Zoar. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot chose all the Jordan Valley for himself, and he journeyed east. So Abram and Lot separated from each other. Abram settled in the land of Canaan, but Lot settled among the cities of the Jordan Valley, and moved his tent as far as Sodom. Now the men of Sodom were wicked, great sinners against the Lord. Now after Abram and Lot separated, the Lord spoke to Abram and said, "Now lift up your eyes, and look out over the land from where you are standing. Look north. Look south. Look to the east and to the west, because I am going to give all the land you see to you and to your descendants forever. And I am going to make your descendants like the dust of the earth, so that if someone could count the dust of the earth, they would be able to count your offspring. So get up and walk through the length and the breadth of the land, for I will give all of it to you." So Abram moved his tent and settled by the oaks of Mamre, which are in Hebron. And Abram built an altar there to Jehovah. The Abraham Series. Story number 3. Lot's Foolish Choice. Taken from Genesis chapter 13, verses 1 through 18.